really it's Fight Club. We just want to create spaces people have individual cells so we can fight guerrilla style against tyranny.
Right.
That's all it is.
It's really, and I know I've heard you before talk about, the history of gun control. It's really, if you know anything about the history of gun control, you would think that black people in America should be the leading group of gun rights advocates, and yet overwhelmingly they support Democratic politicians who lead the charge for gun control.
They do. So we tend to vote out of tradition and fear, right? And it's like we sometimes, too much of anything is a trap. So sometimes our urban legends or our fables or grandpop said, that trickle down is now, turned into a trap. The left generally has way better PR.
Well, that's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And so they know how to bring the bells and whistles out because they have to. Because if you don't got the facts, if the facts don't line up with you being, righteous, you got to keep the dazzle and all that other stuff. So the reason why the people have been going that way up until the advent of like these things, right? The reason why people are going their way has been twofold. One, there was the monopoly on the good PR, right? The perception of reality, public relations, whichever way you want to call it. And it was also the lack of access to information. The lack of access, that's why they was removing civics from the schools in the hood.
Right.
It was like, we can't really have you identifying with this shit. We can't really have you going, yo, I'm like Nat Turner. Yo, I'm like, Patrick Henry. Yo, and then it would be, all right, we're going to make you pick between like the white dude or the black dude too, right? So the reason why urban America has done that is because of the stranglehold on the good PR, the monopoly on that, and the information base. Because of the PR, we could keep hiding the information. Not now. We all walking around with the library of like Alexandria in our back pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The other part, the last part to why the left could maintain that, it was really nobody from the hood that was like being unapologetically themselves, objective, going like, yo, he white and he cool to me. Yo, he black, he cool to me. Or yo, he white, he's a piece of shit. And he's black and he's a piece of shit. There was nobody that was from the demographic that was completely comfortable being themselves, but they had enough knowledge base and confidence to be like, I love hoods. I love the hood. I love the hood. And saying to white people, bro, you probably live in the hood too. Yours might be rural, but you live in the hood.
Right.
So that swirling of it made for like the perfect storm of cavalcade or fucking cornucopia of ignorance. And it was that gray cloud that just pretty much, could be over that matrix the whole time in urban America.
Right.
When we showed up, it was like, yeah, I ain't a gun dude. You know what I'm saying? I got a gang of guns, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm not a gun dude. A gun's just a tool to defend freedom. I'm a freedom dude. And no group of people, sorry to my Jewish homies, like if we doing the like suffering Olympics, right? And we don't have to, but like I got 2 points for this. Like we'll make a game out of it. But black people in America, not only have we had a strong and rich tradition with firearms, you're right. This is exactly the reason why we should. The trick becomes, don't fall victim to doing the same things of separation. One of my heroes is Fred Hampton Sr. We don't fight racism with racism. We fight racism with unity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So again, the litmus test for me is, yo, are you cool or are you kind of a dickhead? Are you for freedom or are you in alignment with like state-sponsored monopolies on violence?